Welcome to Accountability. This help video will show you how to set up job codes. First, you'll need to log in to Accountabillity.com. Do this by opening a browser on your computer. At your desktop, the bottom left, click on the Start button, which will bring up a window that looks like this, and you'll need to find either Internet Explorer or Google Chrome or whatever browser you use. Click on that, which will open up the browser, and in the URL address bar at the top, you'll need to type in www.accountability.com. Please note that to get to us, you need to put in the 3 W's, and you need to have 2 L's in accountability. Once you get there, you'll need to log in. On the top right, it says log in. Click on that. It'll bring up a little window in the center. Your username is your cell phone number. Your password is your email address. You can change your password by clicking on the right, but we'll talk about that in another video. And you can show and hide the password, which allows you to see the text as you type, which makes it a little easier to type in. Once you've done that, you'll be back at the main screen, and you can take your mouse and put your pointer over Daily Report, which will open a drop-down menu. Slide your pointer down to Job Listings and then over to the right and click on Notes. The note page will appear. In this case, we have one job called Royerson Street. You may have a job called First Job, or you may have set up your own jobs. In any event, you're going to click on the actual text of the job, and when you do that, it'll open up the job setup page where you put all of the details about that job. But we're interested in the button on the bottom. If you go to the Add Edit Job Codes button and click on that, it will open up this page, and you'll see that there are no job codes selected or entered. On the very bottom, there's an open field. You'll type in the name of your job code there, and these job codes that you type in could be anything from framing to general labor to general conditions, interior trim, exterior trim, roofing, siding, plumbing, masonry, whatever you need. And so you add them in, and then you save the new job codes by clicking on the button. And once you've done that, you will see that whatever you entered jumped up and is entered into the all job codes. And you'll also see that if you put your pointer over the name of the job code, it comes up and says double click to add to your list and right click to delete from the master list. So if you double click, it'll jump over to the right, and that's in the selected job codes. And these are the codes that will appear on your phone. So you can have as many or as few as you need to appear on a phone for a particular day or for a particular week or for a particular job. But in just a minute, we'll show you how they look on the phone. So if you save all changes, you'll be back and close that. You'll be back here, and you might want to save that where it says Save Job Site down at the bottom. And then if we go back to the job notes, we're back to where the single job is listed or the multiple jobs are listed, in this case, Royerson Street. Now, if you pick up your phone and turn it on or open it up and go to the home screen and find the accountability icon, if you can't find your accountability icon, go just below that to the bottom right. You'll see Applications. Tap that, and that will open up a list of your applications. Fortunately, Accountability should be right at the top, if not the top. And when you tap that, it will open up the main menu for Accountability. We're going to go into Time Tracker. Tap the blue icon. That will open up the job. You'll see a blue icon next to Royerson Street. Tap the blue icon, which will open up the login screen, which shows 2 job codes, general conditions and general labor. You'll choose one by tapping and then log in by tapping on the bottom left. So bring us back to this job login screen, and you'll see that the icon has turned red. This means that the job is now, you are now logged into that job. In fact, it gives you little details there, and you'll be logged in there for as long as you are at that job. When you're ready to log out, tap the red icon, which will bring up the sign out button, and you'll say yes. That will then turn the icon blue, which means there's nobody logged into that job at the moment, or at least you're not logged into that job at the moment. Now, if you go back to your computer, you'll see that by clicking on Time Tracker in the top menu bar, we'll go to the job site attendance page. And in the next page, we're going to have to do 3 or 4 things. You're going to choose the job, in this case Royerson Street. You're going to pick a starting date. You'll click on there and a drop-down calendar like the one in 3 will come in. You'll pick the starting date, you'll pick an ending date, and then you'll click on Get Data. And then it'll bring up the record, or records. In this case, there's only one record, and you'll see that the red text is clickable. So if you click on that now, it'll open up a window, and this will give you the details about that particular record. In this case, it gives you a cost or job code of general labor, and it gives you the login address and the logout address, gives you the starting time and the ending time. So you can see what your employees were doing, where they were doing it, and when they were doing it. Now, but if you close that, it'll take us back to the job site attendance page. You can also export this data by clicking on the button to the right, the top right there circled, and when you click on it, it'll bring up a little window and ask, do you want to get all of the time data or the time data by the date? We're going to click on time data by date, which will download an Excel spreadsheet. It'll show up in the bottom left of your computer screen. And if you click on that, it'll open up an Excel spreadsheet, which will also show you the job cost codes, in this case general conditions and general labor, that we saw in the detailed window before. So that's it for job cost codes. Thanks for watching. I hope this has been helpful. We'll see you at the next video.